Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina seeks vote for Awami League to keep up peace and current development spree. Government will introduce Cup Scouting in every primary school, says Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina, while inaugurating 6th National Comdeka in Chandpur. Interest rate for bank loan comes down to single digit within 1 month, says Finance Minister Abul Mal Abdul Muhit. Stern measures taken to check question paper leak as HSC and equivalent examinations begin tomorrow. Netanyahu praises Israeli forces for killing 17 Palestinians. UNSC statement demanding investigation on Gaza killing blocked by USA. And Bangladesh under-15 women football team clinched the title of Jockey Cup, beating host Hong Kong by 6-0. Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to News at 10 on BTV, BTV World and BTV Chittagong Center. I am Roya Zabin.
And I'm Shamim Khan, welcoming you all. Those were the headlines. We now move on to the news in details. Describing vote as a symbol of the people, Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina has sought vote for it, adding, Awami League's re-election in the next polls was crucial to keep up peace and the current development spree. The Prime Minister was addressing a huge public rally organized by District Awami League at Chandpur Stadium this afternoon. In an apparent reference to BNP, the Awami League president said, BNP did not believe in the country's independence and could not deliver anything for the national development or people's welfare. The Premier said they rewarded Bangabandhu's killers and handed over the national flag to the war criminals, while they could not make any development in the past and will not do it also in future. The Premier said the country witnessed development when Awami League came to power, as Awami League believes in development, while that development starts from the village as it uplifts the common people. On the other hand, she said, whenever BNP came to power, they inflicted heinous torture on the people, plundered public property, committed corruption, laundered money and assets abroad. They also grabbed houses and business establishments of the people, as looting is their character, and they are expert in terrorism, militancy and bomb and grenade attacks, Sheikh Hasina said. In her speech, the Prime Minister elaborated her government's impressive successes and achievements in different sectors, saying its goal is to ensure peace and security of the people and build a prosperous Bangladesh. Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina said the government is going to expand Cub Scouting in primary schools. She said this while inaugurating the 6th National Comdeka Community Development Camp of Bangladesh Scouts at Chorbhanga of Huimchuri Buzilla in Chandpur today. A team of Chandpur Scout and Rover Scout gave salute to the Prime Minister. About 7,500 scouts are taking part in the 6th National Comdeka. Praising the role of the Scouts in social development activities and grooming up children as worthy citizens, the Prime Minister said Scouts would take forward the country with the ideals of the War of Liberation. She also commended the role of Scouts in disaster management activities at home and abroad, saying the services and participation in different camps outside the country has brightened the country's image. The Prime Minister urged for strengthening service programs of Scouts. Scouting activities should be strengthened in all educational institutions and communities, she said. The Premier urged the Scouts to build themselves as worthy citizens of the country, love people and devote them for welfare of the people. President of Bangladesh Scouts Abul Kalam Azad presided over the function, while National Commissioner Muzammil Haq Khan and National Commissioner Special Events Muhammad Mufazzal Hussain spoke on the occasion.
প্রধানমন্ত্রী ফেস্টিভ্যাল ও রঙিন করে দিলেন।
Finance Minister Abul Mal Abdul Muhit has said interest rate for the banking sector will come down to single digit within 1 month. He was speaking as chief guest at the annual conference of Janata Bank at a hotel in Dhaka today. Presided over by Janata Bank Chairman Luna Shamsuddoha, among others Bangladesh Bank Governor Fazli Kabir, Financial Institutions Division Senior Secretary Muhammad Yunusur Rahman, Secretary in charge of the Finance Division Muhammad Muslim Chaudhry, Managing Director of the bank Abdul Salam Azad also spoke on the occasion. Abul Mal Abdul Muhit said the government has decided to allow state agencies to deposit 50% of their funds with private banks to tackle liquidity crisis.
Mentioning that the environment-friendly green industry is a political commitment of the present government, Industries Minister Amir Hossain Amu has said the government, led by Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina, is giving special emphasis on this. He said this while inaugurating galvanizing unit of Apollo Ishpat Limited, a green industry project at Shiddirganj in Narayanganj today. Member of the Parliament Gholam Dastagir Ghazi, Awami League District President Muhammad Abdul Hai and District Council Chairman Muhammad Anwar Hussain spoke on the occasion. Amir Hossain Amu said the government is providing incentives and policy support to the entrepreneurs for setting up green industries, and it will be continued. Later, the minister inaugurated the project and visited the production. Commerce Minister Tofail Ahmed has said the supply and price of essential commodities will remain normal in the holy month of Ramadan, as the country has a sufficient stock of different commodities. The minister made the remark while addressing a review meeting with businessmen and representatives of different government bodies on the market condition of daily products in the conference room of the ministry at the Secretariat today. Commerce Secretary Shubhashish Bose, Food Secretary in charge Shahabuddin Ahmed, Tariff Commission Chairman Zahiruddin Ahmed, TCB Chairman Brigadier General Saleh and representatives of concerned ministries and organizations as well as businessmen were present. Alongside local production, Commerce Minister said essential commodities including rice, edible oil, pulse, sugar, onion, garlic, ginger have been imported sufficiently, so there is no possibility of any price hike, he added. Health and Family Welfare Minister Mohammad Nasim called upon BNP leaders to seek for votes for their party for the next parliament election, shunning criticizing of Awami League and spreading of falsehood. He was speaking at a discussion by Bangabandhu Academy's Dhaka City unit to mark the 5th death anniversary of former President Zillur Rahman in the capital today. Awami League Advisory Council member Advocate Abdul Basid Mojumdar, Dhaka City South Awami League General Secretary Shahe Alam Murad, among others, addressed the discussion chaired by Bangabandhu Academy's City Unit President Humayun Kabir Miji. Mohammad Nasim said the health condition of BNP Chief Begum Khaleda Zia remains well, as specialist physicians did not find any major ailments after her medical checkup. The Higher Secondary Certificate, HSC, and its equivalent examinations of 2018 will begin across the country tomorrow amid tough measures taken to check question paper leakage and other malpractices in the examinations. A total of 13,11,457 examinees from about 9,000 institutions will appear in the exams this year. Effective measures have been taken to monitor HSC and its equivalent examinations from the Examination Control Room of Education Ministry. All the examinees have been asked to take their seats in the examination centers 30 minutes before the examinations begin. Officers in charge of the respective centers under 10 education boards will be given instructions via text message about the set of question paper about 25 minutes before the examination.
Now, international news. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has praised the country's security forces after the killing of 17 Palestinians in Gaza. He thanked his troops for guarding the country's borders and allowing the Israeli citizens to celebrate the Passover holiday peacefully. The Israeli military has warned it could take action against Hamas targets inside the Gaza Strip. Meanwhile, the United States has blocked a draft statement by the United Nations Security Council that called for an investigation into the killing of 17 unarmed Palestinians. A deal has been reached to evacuate the critically injured people from Douma, the last rebel-held town in Syria's eastern Ghouta region. The agreement follows negotiations between the rebel group Jaish al-Islam, civic leaders and Russia. The wounded will be taken to Idlib, which is still in rebel hands. Talks are continuing to spare Douma from a military offensive by the Syrian army and its allies, who currently surround it.
Back to national news. World Autism Awareness Day tomorrow. The day will be observed in the country in a befitting manner as well as elsewhere across the world. The aim of the day is to raise awareness about autism. This year, the theme of the day is empowering women and girls with autism. President Mohammad Abdul Hamid and Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina gave separate messages on the eve of the day. In his message, President Abdul Hamid said, autistic children have the equal rights and privileges as well as abilities to grow and contribute to the society. He said these children could be turned into skilled manpower if public sector comes forward to help them along the government to unfold their potentials. In her message, Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina thanked all persons involved in the cause of autism and said she felt proud of her daughter, Saima Wajid Putul, who made tremendous efforts to bring smiles in the faces of autistic children and their families. The Prime Minister hoped that the children with autism, if given proper affection, attention and scopes, would turn into national resources instead of it becoming so-called burden. She also urged all concerned to do their best for the betterment of the lives of such children. Deputy Leader of the Parliament, Sayeda Sajida Chaudhry, has said that Awami League leaders and workers have to be cautious. Thus, none can do harm to the country. She said this while inaugurating newly constructed Ramkantapur Nogor Shonadia Road at Nogorkanda in Faridpur today. Sayeda Sajida Chaudhry urged all to be united under Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina's leadership to continue the progress of the country. Science and Technology Minister Architect Yafis Osman has emphasized on gathering knowledge on higher level technology to achieve professional skills on the global perspective of changing. He made the call while inaugurating a 10-week-long bridging course for higher education in Australia in the capital today. Institution of Diploma Engineers Bangladesh (IDEB) organized the course in collaboration with ESD Australia. IDEB President AKMA Hamid chaired the inaugural session, which was also addressed by Acting Secretary of Technical and Madrasa Education Division AKM Zaki Hossain Bhuiya and Chief Executive Officer of ESD Australia Kamrul Hassan Torofdar. Yafiz Osman said the government is working to develop skills of diploma engineers international standard through training.
Now news on sports. Bangladesh under-15 women football team became unbeaten champion, beating host Hong Kong by 6-0 goals in Jockey Club Girls International Youth Football Tournament 2018 today. Tahura Khatun scored hat-trick goal, while Sajida Khatun, Shamsun Nahar Jr. and Anuching Mogini scored 1 goal each for Bangladesh. Earlier, Bangladesh beat Malaysia by 13-1 goals and Iran by 8-1 goals. Bangladesh earned 9 points from 3 matches to become unbeaten champion. President Mohammad Abdul Hamid and Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina congratulated Bangladesh under-15 women football team for the splendid victory. Bangladesh Army won the championship title of the Independence and National Day Volleyball Tournament 2018 today. Army beat Bangladesh Bidut Unnayan Board by 25-12, 25-22, 16-25 and 25-22 points in the final match at Bolton National Volleyball Stadium. Munir of Bidut Unnayan Board was adjudged Best Attacker, while Rashid Babu of Army was adjudged Best Defender and Siam of Navy was adjudged Best Libero. President of Bangladesh Cricket Board BCB Najmul Hassan Papon distributed prizes among the winner and runner-up team. President of Bangladesh Volleyball Federation Muhammad Atiqul Islam, General Secretary Ashikur Rahman Miku and Joint Secretary Fazli Rabbi Babul were also present on the occasion. And now to end the bulletin, a recap of the top stories. Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina seeks vote for Awami League to keep up peace and current development spree. Government will introduce Cub Scouting in every primary school, says Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina while inaugurating the 6th National Comdeka in Chandpur. Interest rate for bank loan comes down to single digit within 1 month, says Finance Minister Abul Mal Abdul Muhid. Stern measures taken to check question paper leak as HSC and equivalent examinations begin tomorrow. Netanyahu praises Israeli forces for killing 17 Palestinians. UNSC statement demanding investigation on Gaza killing blocked by USA. And Bangladesh under-15 women football team clinched the title of Jockey Cup, beating host Hong Kong by 6 goals to 0.
That's all from the newsroom for the moment. Thank you for staying with us. We invite you to watch our 11:30 Bangla news. Until then, Khuda Hafiz.
Khuda Hafiz.